Finally, boy. Ooh, got that. Ooh. Gotta turn that around, but this has to be the push rod. Boy, fresh out the shower, you already know. 2 o'clock. Had to wait for the mail anyway. Had to clean the house and shit, so literally just gotta go to the shop, meet Ronnie there, gonna wire the gauges and possibly do some dyno tuning. I might be renting a dyno, so let's see what happens, guys. Let's get on with the day. That's it. That's it. I gotta visit Cali before I go to the shop while I'm waiting for Ronnie. It's all good. Alright, well, I had a good time at Callie's house. It's nice being able to visit her just before I come to the shop. Just fun. It's cool stuff. She lives right there. Very convenient. Much convenient. Well, everybody knows that's just a van rotor, so we're trying to get that done today. If not, I could do it tomorrow, but the bee's knees, guys. The bee's knees. Got some Brian Tooley BTR. Let's go ahead and open these. Oh no, I have to cut it, guys. Hold on a second. Let me get my Koenig Allen key here. If you guys ever get a Koenig Allen key, just know it doubles as a knife for opening up some beautiful new push rods. Oh, these bitches are friggin' thick. Some 7.4, 0.080 wall, 0.08 wall, whatever. So the stock push rod thickness is 5/16. These are 3/8, much bigger. This is like a whole fat pencil. And I believe the wall thickness on them is 0.02. So these are 3/8 push rods, which are way bigger, same length, but they're 80 wall. So whatever, 0.08 wall. So as well as being physically wider, the wall is thicker too. So very good. Now with push rods that are appropriate and not stock push rods, because push rods, believe it or not, they do bend like normally in like any engine, they will bend. So having a stiffer push rod, it'll follow the cam profile a lot better because they won't bend, and you can actually gain a lot of horsepower from that. Not a lot, but like I think BTR, these were rated at a potential like 12 to 15 horsepower gain just from having stiffer push rods that actually follow your cam profile. Now, everything in my engine is upgraded, but for some reason the stock push rods are in it with that big of a cam. And no, that's not why I was bending them. The rocker was bad. So for everyone who is saying that I'm bending them because it's a big cam and stock, no. Eventually, yes. Any LS, even with a stock cam, will bend a stock push rod. So yes, in that sense, yeah. I mean, but any LS drift car will bend push rods if they are stock. Even I don't know about these, but maybe if there were other 5/16, like slightly stronger ones, they might. I don't know. My springs are stiff as hell and my cam is really big, so I don't know. But anyways, new push rods, very thick. Time to install these, dude. Shout out Brian Tooley. And here's another close-up of like the specs for anyone wondering. Well, it's been thundering pretty damn bad, guys, and the lights just flickered, so I know Callie's power's out, and she lives 5 minutes from here, so I hope our power doesn't go out. But what I'm doing now is just putting these spark plug things on. There's only 2 on each side that touch, so it's mint. I don't even have to buy 8. I guess there's mad trees down and shit. Sketchy outside. I don't like when it's green. Usually means tornado. So I have to run to Pep Boys because their selection of like aftermarket shit is better than AutoZone and Advanced and stuff. So I'm gonna run to Pep Boys. I have to grab a water gauge, an oil gauge, maybe even a water sensor if I can. Freaking expensive, $85 for two like shoddy looking gauges, guys. I mean, they're Bosch, but still, like, I hope these friggin' work. All right, so I got these friggin' things. This is 40 bucks each. With tax came out to 85. I hope they work. We're all hungry, so we're gonna go eat before we do this. So we might, if there's availability on the dyno, we might get to it tonight. If not, we're gonna try to get to it tomorrow, maybe. It's Thursday, boys. I know Travis is pissed if he's watching this. Nah, Travis always gets his beat-ups on Thursday. Ronnie, bring this computer. But he's still telling me buy gauge. So I buy gauge. Yeah. So now you just gotta download the tuner jammy on here.
Oh man, you're giving away the secrets.
What, this is a secret?
Oh, you're giving away all the cool secrets.
We gotta download something on this, and then there's gonna be a thing on it, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Mode here. So we're booting up this John right here, and as you guys see, Callie's car is pretty dirty. So. Alright, well, while Ronnie's doing that, I'm going to use the same thing we use for the diff bushing, our fire ass flex glue, to put on mine and Callie's emblems. I'm gonna try to attempt to drill into my radiator and then screw this NPT fitting in, and hopefully it you know, works. Shit, I guesstimated it spot on. Almost I shit myself. Almost had a holy radiator. So there we go. Steam port finally plummeted into the radiating, so I can actually tighten that up now. Got the back all cleared out because at Lock City Tech they don't let you have like stuff lingering around back there, and the only exposed wires well, they're not even exposed, but they just go to the amp, so that's fine. You can't really see, but I threw a breather back there, that shiny thing next to the FPR. Breather for the PCV, and then this part of the PCV I just routed correctly, just from the valve cover out into the intake manifold for now until I get a catch can. Officially no more self tappers. Very good, very nice. 10 mil.
Project.
Oh shit. So now what? This only runs plugged in, right? It doesn't have like a chargeable battery, right?
Right.
Okay, so we need to wire.
When you turn the key on, this will turn on.
Yeah.
Set it up so this turns on when the key goes on.
Well,
we'll set it up so the program actually opens up and you're...
We could just hack this cord.
No, you need the charger.
To convert it?
Yeah, you need the 5 volt coming through there.
Can you use spade connectors on the charger? Just like hard mount the charger in there so it's just always on there. Guys, I want to hear the least. Look at this. Look at this. How many wires do you see, guys? Literally the only harness is right here, and I have a fan and LED wire going right here. That's it. That's the only wires. Like, there's nothing on the strut towers. Power steering, nicely plumbed. Look at this, nice new lines. OEM friggin', I do plan on getting rid of that, but it's nice that the OEM friggin' thing works there. Nice. Steam port line. Fuel pressure regulator, everything's bolted up. Everything is nice. We have power. This is going like here. So basically we're running the Raspberry Pi, which is a Linux operating system. Damn it, Nick. And we're trying to get Tuner Studio to open on it, which he already did. We're trying to get it to recognize the ECU so I could just use that as a dash, and then we just have to wire up, I think, just the oil pressure sensor, unless he can put the code in so that the oil pressure reads on the Megasquirt, or on the Raspberry Pi, which is the Tuner Studio program. So it's annoying to get into. So if anyone knows Linux coding that knows how to like make it boot on that program, let me know, because it would be way easier to just turn it on and have it go straight to Tuner Studio like we want it to, but neither of us are computer people. We don't really know that. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to wire it as like a full dash, because it has like RPM, like volts, timing, it has everything on there, and I could tune it like on the fly, or have him tune it on the fly, like, and not have to have a laptop with us. So that's the conveniency of that. I'm trying to figure it out right now, and I'll get back to you guys with it installed, hopefully, I think. Tight. That, huh?
Well, you have your RPM here, which you need right off the rip.
Yeah.
Coolant and everything.
Air,
here.
temp, whatever.
And you can change these also.
Yeah. So as you can see, Ronnie's been in here fucking with this thing for a while, and we've come to the, not even a conclusion. We found out that with the light version, it only loads the default dash. So I'm gonna bring this home and see if I can download a full version, not the light, because I mean it's fine because the gauges, you know, I can see them, but the full version will give me like I can customize the dash and do whatever. But it is hooked up right now, so I'm gonna try to start it and see. All right, well there it is working. Idle RPM, so I have a tach. I don't really care about the ignition advance. I don't, Ronnie does. My air fuel isn't hooked up right now, like the gauge isn't hooked up, so it's not gonna read. My coolant temp right here, so I can return the coolant temp at least. And if we can't get the oil gauge, if we can't get the oil pressure gauge working on here, then we're just gonna have to wire the regular one. But as you can see, the RPM is mint. So huge shout out to Ronnie for giving me the freaking Raspberry Pi. That's fucking awesome, dude. I guess he got it originally, but it doesn't work. The Haltech stuff doesn't work on it that he has on the 2J. So he's like, hey dude, here you go, you know? So that's fucking awesome, dude. It's like Caleb's like Holly Dash, but it's just like a computer. So yeah, like I said, if anybody knows or can send me what to copy paste into the boot to make it automatically open Tuner Studio, that'd be awesome. I know nothing about computers and even less about Linux. I know a lot of you super tech savvy guys are Linux guys, but so tomorrow is just, we have to see if we can get the oil pressure reading on Tuner Studio, because yeah, he has to put in like the correct sequence or values, or what, I think it's values, for it to read correctly and whatever for GM. And so here I don't need that. And if we can't get the oil pressure to work on Tuner Studio, I have this oil pressure gauge, comes with the sender, all that good stuff. It's digital, so it's should be pretty accurate. So on that, I have my RPM and I have my water temp, which is important. And then now I have, if I don't have oil pressure on that Raspberry Pi, I will have it on here. So that's taken care of. So tomorrow, Ronnie's gonna bring his trailer here, and we're gonna put probably my car on his trailer, because my car is lower and wider. And Callie's car is higher up than mine, so it probably won't scrape on the D-links on Chris's trailer. And yeah, so tomorrow's pretty much just like finish up the gauges, final tuning, get the cars on the trailer, and go home and edit, go to sleep, and wake up early as shit for drift day, guys. I am pumped. Like, I'm not even nervous right now. That's how excited I am. Like, I don't know, this is just dope to me. Like, Be happy for your boy because I'm hype, all right? We got some shit done today. The engine bay looks mint. Everything is buttoned up. Everything is to spec. Everything will pass tech to spec. I'm mint. So tomorrow again, gauges, clean up this interior, put the wires and stuff away, put the dash back together, put the door cards on. Quick tune. All I could say is huge shout out to everyone who helped me. Massive shout out to Ronnie for literally spending hours and hours of his own time fucking hanging out and doing all this shit with me, and like, again, just like helping me out with like crazy stuff. Like, oh, you want this freaking computer for your dash? Here you go. Like, didn't even tell me, just kind of brought it. So, I don't know. That's sick. All right, guys. I'm heading home. I got to get the hell out of here. So again, peace out. I will see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't. You're not going to want to miss the drift day between my car and Callie's car. Callie's very first event and Z's very first event dialed with a new engine. Let's freaking get it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Arizona. Peace out.